utility-based games. I like it. So let's go into this one. G2 will be on the defense, and on the offense, it will be Bonk. And of course, Bonk are against the odds here. 0-2 down, but it's a best of 5. It's this map or it's bust.
That's the kindest way of saying it. Bonk gonna make it on the push. Patitech starts things off. First blood goes G2's way. It's going to be the shock darts into the standard plant position. Yasin will get Mixwell down though. Yasin, solid player for them so far, but Patitech once again immovable. Gets Bonk down, and that's the planter been removed. So Spike still sitting waiting. Nice satchels over towards Artist, but it's not going to connect him. And that Owl drone is gathering information for them right now. Pit pushes round. That's going to be Yasin down. And I think this attack has gone dead.
It's fallen a little flat, hasn't it? They need someone to be the game changer here between these two. Breach and the Brim need to get a pick on some of these pretty tricky angles. I like the Sage playing safe there. Was going to try and go on the flank, but actually joining with the others to ensure that no one gets an easy way back in. Ziz, that's what they needed, though. That's one down. That's the site player removed. Don't know if they're going to expect the Sage so quickly to be there. No. And Patitech honestly being the swing point, the pivot point in that, holding showers so well, ensuring that no one could cleanly cross. Had to be careful of his back once that Sage peeled away. But his crossfire being held from that side ensured that no one could get to the spike. No one could try and, work around site a little. He was a real nuisance. I liked the attempt, but Bonk, once that spike was lost, they lost all power to that hit.
This goes here.
Does look like it's going to be a stack from Bonk to pile on through, but it does look like they might be going into the grinder. This is going to be the man. Well, actually, if he peeks with bow in hand, may find himself in trouble, but instead he's just going to go for a quick recon, and that's going to net him all the information. It is going to be Pit pushing down long as they try and draw out. Mixwell's going to pick himself the orb up, and Aaron will indeed be taken down long, so they're all going to be stacking in window with the pistols. Teleport bait? No. They sent something through. What would they have sent through there?
Not too sure.
Doesn't matter either way. Bonko's been found out.
A little quick update. Hopefully we can fix up the sound for you guys. Apparently there's a bit of an issue on that, so we'll get that fixed up for you nice and quick. Mixwell going to be finding work here. And yeah, this hit kind of ran out of steam again. And this is something that I want to credit someone like Artist for. Obviously we look at him when we talk about frags, but the ability to buy time, gets the info, backs away, doesn't get caught up, doesn't overstay, doesn't overcommit, ensures that times, are being bought, that the rotations are coming in cleanly. Now, this is the fight back round, though, so they're going to have the 2 SMGs still in play. The Spectres there, one on Artist, one on Pit. The others, between a Phantom and a Vandal or 2, but the others will have full rifles. So this is the round that you want to see the fight back in for Bonk. This has to be it.
Take out Cypher's tools.
Well, the stack, the 4-man stack from G2, it does mean they're going to be aggressive on the showers, but you can see the camera was placed there immediately. That's nice work. And Yasin will get picked off, though. That was on the B short play. Does mean that Ziz on the Brim. Oh, he's just not looked away at the split second that David P went for the peak, and David's gone aggressive, and he's got to realize that the site is empty. And this is actually confusing, if anything, for Bonk. They've come into the site and they think they're out-droning it. They're wondering, where is everybody? Well, they've all gone aggressive. That's where they've gone. And the spike plant will come in, but I got a feeling the retake is going to be strong from G2 here.
How many times do you see Patitech do so well in these situations by being a nuisance player? It looks like they're going around the world. They've got a minute to play with, so they can really get into weird positions. Patitech knows what's up, but it's a little bit baffling. He is kind of stunned up and pinned in. They've given away a bit of the game here. I don't know how they're going to recover, because Jet's on the way around. That's Mixwell coming into the matter. And Mixwell can kind of keep them pinned in this.
Aaron needs to be big here.
It's a bit weird. Yeah, Aaron needs to bail him out of this, and they've got to go fast here. They're down to, 36 seconds now? And David P is uncontested, unfazed, and the late lurk is a little too late for me. Yeah. Patitech can just hold this down.
Yeah, that round did not work. That just did not work. They were trying an individual play over here, a lurk over there. It just seemed a little splintered in what their approach actually was, whereas they'd gone for the 3-man push up long, and then they kind of spread out. Yes, they got the one down on window, but if he goes down, that 3-man split has gone dead, because it's not a 3-2, it's a 3-1-1, and it's just completely backfires on them. Yeah, I understand that you want to try and force the presence and try and keep people over on A site, which actually, would have been great. There was 4 people on A site. There was one man. David P was the only one on B site, and they couldn't get past him, which is rather worrying. And again, we're going to be seeing another eco bash here.
Yeah, Bonk could define Mixwell, but it's just playing in Patitech, if anything. If he holds his nerve, gives away the game. Could have depended on Pit there, try to play it out later, but he doesn't really need to. They're in no dangerous form. The Cypher could do some damage in a weird spot, but the spike's down, and they know now that, wait, Showers was open. But still, let's see what Aaron can do. Maybe a bit of damage, but damage isn't really enough at this point. No, Pit's not allowing it. G2 look in fine form, and they're aggressive. How many times have we now seen? We had David P pushing up towards B short then in the previous round to this. In this one, we had that aggression between Mixwell and Patitech towards that A short push. This is hard. This is hard
the
work.
one. This is the round. They've invested everything.
It's got to happen, right?
But look at the bank. Look at G2's bank. They got 7K already. 7.7K. They're going to be max money at the end of this round if they come out on top. Good lord.
I don't have all day.
And David P has been the immovable object. They need to get him down. This is a full 4-man stack all coming this way. That's going to be the so slow, but he manages to get the satchel boost and sees David P. But David P got the information. He knows they're here and they're going to force the rotates. Meanwhile, over in bathroom, they are getting a little aggressive over that way. It is Aaron that's going to be the lurker that's trying to keep them occupied, but Mixwell already on the move. Pit's already come in. They're in position already. It's just too slow.
I've just got to say, look how much utility David P is drawing out of them with the slow, the wall. He's basically taken everything away from them. Now he's done for. He's dead in the water. Nice counter usage of the grenades coming in. Yassine making some real value for himself. And Artist might be in trouble here, but do they expect it? Do they expect the stack? There could still be danger of plenty. And yeah, Artist is going to make some value out of this one. Finds Yassine. Should find that there's no one here, but it's down to Mixwell over towards A.
Yeah, the fact that the Lurk managed to get that one kill as Watts rotated and changed the position. But look at this, Mixwell's got himself into lamps. They're not going to be realizing that he is here. This should be a quick double for him. Gets the one. We'll get the surprise factor, but can't quite finish Ziz off. He was taken low. 25 health is all he has. And now Pit and Ardis. And well, we saw how strong both of these can be in these clutch moments in the retake situations. Ardis coming from behind, looking to catch him off. Pit gets into heaven at the perfect time. It finds Aram with the wall bang through in bathroom. Lamps is low. Ardis finds Bonk. And now it's Ziz. 25 health and a dream, trying to prevent the defuse. Going to go in with the molly. Gets the rebound. That's a nice molly. It's going to draw him off, but he's sticking it. He's sticking through the flames. Not going to work out. You can't tank those flames, Pit. And it will be the first round for Bonk.
My God, did they need that? But I don't know what their money's like. They're, what, one survive? So
Yeah.
even though they win the round, they're going to be in a really tricky spot. They can get a buy up, but it's going to be lacking. No full armor on a couple of players. You know, you're seeing, I don't know what he's going to get, but that retake had a bit of room to it there. That was what, 2v3, I think, at that point. But well handled in the end by Bonk. But still, I want to look at that early round. Yassine's early work there to open up B window was exceptional. So Yassine, incredible value, forcing David P away, who's been the game changer thus far.
Get out of my
Rounds live.
Where are we going? Ooh, Aaron's caught Mixwell off a gun. And that was with the Bladestorm rocking as well. Managed to get the other side of Patitech, but he will come out on top. So that was all over on the A site, playing off the minimap. And now David P's got himself tucked in. He's got Ardis here. Ardis getting ready. That's going to be the ulti coming out from Bonk. Doesn't net himself anything. Ardis does find the one, but David P's been dealt with. That's going to be the showstopper. Ardis, you can't escape that one with just 10 health. And it will be taken down, but they haven't dealt with Patitech in elbow.
Oh no. Anything else? No. Bonk, nice trade. Really, really quick to the matter. And now Pit left in the 1v2. That wallbang was exemplary before. Nice game sense, but now he's got to get past two. And they're going to have good post plants. Nicely handled by Safe. But I've got to say it, Yassine has been a game changer for Bonk here. And look at the way they're approaching this map for the last couple of rounds. They're using window room like mid. So they'll put 3 players towards it for Bonk, and they'll hold the extremities. That's how they got that pick on Mixwell over by Shower. They've been playing 1 player by Long as well. This is a nice approach for Bonk.
Look at their buy, though.
Oh, it's absolutely garbage because they're not getting clean rounds, but you'll take it. You'll take anything you get here.
Bonk going as the support. He had the money to buy for himself. Instead, bought Phantom for his teammate and went with the Bulldog himself in the half armor. So Bonk being the ultimate support right now and doing what he can. It is going to be... Ooh, this could work out. They're actually pushing into each other. That's going to be the stack, but they're going to be surprised by the man up close. Yes, they will, but Patitech will be taken down by Yassine. He's been exemplary so far, but is he going to be able to get out? The Hunter's Fury coming out from Artis. Goes aggressive, peeks back into it. Aldrone will give the position away. They know he's there, and Yassine's going to back it up with the paint shells, but they've already gone. Meanwhile, again, the lurk from Aaron finds Mixwell.
Now, again, this is tempering the aggression that garners G2 so much early information normally. That means that they can get the correct rotations. It's a key factor in a really good defensive side. But when a team is using a great default against you, like Aaron, for example, catching those off-player positions, just, you know, making it costly. Now, Yassine's gone down, but it's all a bit of a ruse, because look at the rest of the attacking side. It's towards A, so Pitt has to be worth his weight in gold here.
They don't realize it's coming until now, till the pressure on Pitt. Pitt, see him when he can. Bonkar's just going to force his way through the cyber cage, and he's actually got behind him, but he's sitting in the sky smoke right now. Artis has found Aaron. That was the man that they needed, the pivotal position. They still yet to get the spike down as Ziz gets found out, and they're stuck in the corner. Bonkar can't get that spike down on position with Artis putting those shock bolts down. Still, no rotate coming from Pat. He's sticking on B site, still unsure because the spike hasn't gone down. Now they get the shot through. Now they realize it's coming, and it's a 2v1 retake for Pat.
Okay. Is he full HP? I think no. He's tagged down. He's half HP here. 45, no armor. They're doubled up towards U-Hall. A little bit of a late one on the side there to try and reveal. He's going to get the freebie on safe, but you don't expect the double stack, I feel. This is going to be something a little bit trickier. Nice readjust on the position, but now you're going to see the brilliance of that late radar coming in. It's going to reveal anyone on the spike. Not to be. Patitech now has all that utility to put into play, but he's not predicted it well enough. Bonkar on the around the world. The timing's perfect. Well played in the end. And let's talk about what's working well here for Bonk. A lot of people might be like, oh, they're hitting so late. They're down to one player. You think you're going to get clean site executions against G2? No. So let's look at what they're doing. They are getting so many of these first picks on the aggression from the defensive side. Now, if you're G2, of course, you love to do that because you get the freebie of knowing where to hit those rotations early, cheat that player over to the right site. Now you don't get that. They're going to have to play a little bit more blind, a little bit deeper on the site. So now Bonk, are you ready to handle that? Bit of a switch up in position. It looks like a heavier lean towards A, but we'll see if they're able to now deal with potentially G2 deeper on the sites.
It's going to be a stack.
Still
the first time since the pistol that they've actually tried this full execute on A site, and they've quickened up the pace. There's going to be a nice flashpoint coming through. Forces Mixwell to just aim and spray and hope he can get something, and it works out for him in the end. Pitt just tanks it through on the shock bolt. Sits and waits. Rolling Thunder's available, but they've had to step away from this one with Yassine, the point man, going down. The entry fragger picked off, and it's back to the lurk once again for Aaron, and hoping he can pick something up.
They're going to give him nothing. Artist there went for a bit of info, might have seen the cipher, not sure. But honestly, if you're G2, you should have the discipline to not push aggressively on this. You know better. That is exactly what a team with 4 players wants, is that kind of push for information. They're double stacking towards window, which I don't mind as long as there's an effective trade, and they still have the wall in play. Safe. They're going to hear that. They know this is now a little bit of a problem here, but there is still that lurk from the cipher, so they can't rotate everyone. This is a nice approach from the attacking side, keeping everyone guessing. But G2 are being patient, and they have to be, because here comes the hit.
The Rolling Thunder, it caught David P, but nobody's checking the corner. They do eventually take him down, but Artis is still alive. Still down long. They've got to keep him at bay. Safe saw him. Actually didn't go for the wallbang. Surprised me, but Mixwell comes behind, gets the one. And now Bonkar's in all sorts of trouble. Going to get split across, and in the end, Aaron comes to save the day. And the round goes to Bonk. And again, the problem is they are picking the rounds up. That is great. They're back to 4-4. But every single time they are losing people left and right, and their economy is still not stable. Look, if they were to drop a round, suddenly they find themselves on an eco.
It's never going to be easy. I think their approach is the only one that gets you these wins against someone like G2, though. I'm going to be honest here. I like their approach. They're taking their time. They're trying to, deal with that early aggression, and they've been able to punish a couple of times. Now they're doing a heavier lean, but that Cypher going back to the roaming, I like it. Hopefully they get there in time to catch the Omen, potentially, because it looks like they could be going walkabouts. But for now, a little bit of an early exchange. They've been trying to draw this utility away from the defensive team, so when they go on those late site hits, it's all going to be just straight one-to-one fights, ideally with the attacking side having more utility. And again, more information garnered. I'm pretty sure that Omen just got spotted by the cam, so even on these pistols, they've got to play this correctly. Still plenty of danger for G2 to find.
Look at Aaron as well on the minimap. The strong, deep lurk, expecting something to come. It's Pat that's lurking near him. And that's why they've yet to go aggressive on site. David P just tucked in, waiting for something to come. Not going to happen. They're going to back away from this one. And now suddenly Pat's lurk could work out for him as they push that way. Safe expecting some punishment. And he finds David P. Spike still down. And now Mixwell's going looking, but he's looking in straight down the barrel of an operator. Pat's going to find one. The lurk does pay off. He only netted him one, though. And now the rotator field will come towards A site, but Mixwell's going hunting.
I don't like it. He's got a rifle. He's got armor. I think the wire might give it away. Bonkar's got a good idea, and they're going to hear it soon enough. Surely safe. Checks on it. Not well enough. There's down danger afoot. Mixwell knows what's up. Pitt's going to be on absolute red alert. They've seen it all. They know it all. But here comes the game plan. Let's see if they can play this back in. They've got to know where Mixwell is. Spike is down. Pitt is isolated. But that Phantom in his hands is always going to pose a threat.
I love that play. Safe, not sticking with the operator, deciding, okay, too dangerous to rotate. There's someone on my back. And Mixwell in a 2v1 on the retake. Tailwinded updraft available, but pushing and dashing into lamps is not the right approach. And Yassine's playing the separate angle, going to draw out the showstopper. Just going to sit and delay, but instead Aaron will find him, and the round will go to Bonk. And for the first time here, they will take the lead on Bind, and they get more rounds than they have against the entire NIP game.
Now, keep in mind, though, this is a good run. The economy is still fragile. That was a pistol-ish round. It was a weird buy. It wasn't a great one. We had some sheriffs. We had the Phantom over with Mixwell, but still damage done aplenty, but well handled by Bonk. Again, you can't expect a team to win clean rounds against G2. You're never going to get it. But this is exactly what Bonk need, a strong half. You want to keep, you know, stringing together these rounds. Those opening few were off the back of obviously the pistol going G2's way. So now you see a bit of a switch up. Haditech over towards the window, sitting towards that. Double stack towards B long as well. So maybe a new look for the defensive side.
Seen desperate to find David P there. The Owl actually going down and being with the triple stack over that way. The A side play may well benefit them if Mixwell rotates into this as well. They've been drawn so heavily into it. The camera will give the information away. The second Pit spots them. They haven't spotted it in bathroom. Two of them have passed that camera. Three of them is going to give so much information. That camera tucked in the corner. It's just reading straight into it. Here comes the push. Yassine goes straight around the corner. He's going to be the entry once again, but David P's in position. And now a 3 defensive stack. The orbital strike goes down. It's going to be enough to hold them back, but they are locked currently in the bathroom. And Mixwell popping off with the Bladestorm finds himself one. The spike carrier Bonkar is tucked still in the corner, unable to access the A site. And they're all now rotated into this. 4 on site. Still Ardis unsure on this one, and well, so are Bonk. The 34 seconds, it's looking like a rotate to B.
They need to hold. If Bonk are in this one, you got 30 seconds, you hold for a second, you cut noise, you try and create that little bit of a paranoia. They don't need to rotate. You got 3 and 2 on either side.
Here we go.
Mixwell popping the ult. Here it is. It's got to go now, and it's going to be quick, and it's got to be good. David P pulled off the angle for a second, but not for much. Wall goes up. Ziz comes in. David P goes down. But the 2 in U-Haul, they're the danger element here.
Got to deal with Pit. You cannot take this site without dealing with lamps. If you don't hold lamps, you're not going to be able to hold the site. They've got to deal with Mixwell, who just pops around the corner. Quick Bladestorm. Bonkar, the last man, tucked in corner. Nothing he can do. And the retake was as clean as you like from G2.
There was a little moment when Pitt wasn't able to get the timing right with Mixwell, but you saw the backup instantly there. It was all coming together. Really well played on the retake. Those 3 players coming through. Perfect timing from them. And again, the money, a little rough. 3.8, 3.1, 2.7 for the attacking squad. Hopefully, they can fashion a good enough buy for themselves here, because keeping that op in play and the 2 rifles means they can spread the wealth for the defensive side and get rifles on everyone. And as you can see, an SMG, a Bulldog, unable to create that for the opposition on the attack, even though that was the first round they'd lost after 5 rounds back-to-back.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know how I feel about the operator being the breach, because the idea is you're flashing in for your teammates, and if your operator's being preoccupied, you're not getting flashes in, and you're kind of just basically spoiling the utility of that agent. But at the moment, it is going to once again going to be an A play. This time he's got himself the scope, looking towards Mixwell. Smokes are going to go down. Try and draw some attention out. Mixwell's got himself tucked in U-Haul. With the cyber cage down, he sees Safe taking the shot, so he knows there's one around the corner. Patitech, oh, quick from the shadows, goes behind them, catches them off guard, catches Bonk off, and that split this attack in half, and he's got the spike as well with Yassine trying to find him.
Yeah, honestly, this is again the brilliance of Patitech. He's got right behind enemy lines. He's cost them timing on the spike. It allows for the push up from Mixwell, and he doesn't need help. Don't make it easier. Patitech just did wonders there. Dropping the spike like that, getting away from the opposition, playing that annoying rotation lurk role has just cost them everything. Their economy is garbage now for Bonk, and this is, you know, not the way you want to end out the half. You really wanted to get a strong note. This is a good half from Bonk overall, considering the opponent, but you'd have loved that last round there, but not to be... And this is why I love the role that Patitech plays. You know, this is the hard part for me when I'm considering who are the best omens. Patitech just plays it well, whichever agent you put him on. I think it's just stylistically he's very, very good, but he suits that omen to a T. But let's see what he does with making an aggressive play here.
Going down, but Yassine's pushing through it. He has to. He's only got the Spectre, but he's going to be straight into Pat's eyesight. Crosshair placement being pivotal. David P goes for the boost, looking over the dark cover, but it doesn't matter. The damage is being done elsewhere. Ziz and Safe go down, and, well, it's being left to Bonka with the spike, trying to get in on sight, but unfortunately, Pat, once again, has rotated into the perfect position. Oh, he's spamming the corner, but doesn't quite... He knows it. He's already tagged it. He's saying somebody is here. Paranoid goes through, pushes it, but Bonka strikes at the right moment with a quick double on David P and Pat, and now it's a 2v2 out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're not sure about the site being clear. Artist has occasionally leaned towards a B site, but for now, he's going to be lingering the back lines with that op. He knows there's a couple of players around, so he's going to be keeping himself dedicated towards this one. Bonka and Co. are going to have to be super cautious. I don't know if they're going to be able to get rid of him before getting the spike down. That looks like they want to try and ensure that no one's close by, but I don't know if Artist drops this.
Oh, he's got recon ball. He is tucked in the corner, but I think they're going to see his elbow, and they realize he's there. They should be able to get a wallbang, and that takes it down to a 2v1 Mixwell with it all to do. Or will we be seeing a tied half? Spike still not down. 17 seconds. It's kind of working against them, and Mixwell just catches on the top of the cage trap. And now he can see the spray through. The one-way works in his favor, and Mixwell delivers. The captain pulls through for G2.
Mixwell, why are you so good? The hell? A 1v2 like that? You're like, nah, that's easy. That's Bonk's. Nah. Mixwell, not letting it happen. A really good half though from Bonk. Let's kind of roll it back again. They did some good impact. They went on a really good run on the gun rounds. God, I really hope they pick up a pistol here though, because G2, if G2 get the pistol, I think it's over. Maybe early to call it, but you just don't get that many rounds to play with. But we'll see what G2 look like on this attacking side. To me, they are just as deadly when they attack. They get more freedom to be aggressive and bring some of those individuals into their prime element.
A big pistol round for Bonk. Lose this, and they may be seeing their tournament slip out of their hands. Or will it be the turnaround? Yassine up close. Oh no, caught out. Had everything in him there. Bonk will get the Mixwell down though, and that's going to stop the attack for now. Pit though, on the lurk. Comes around the side out of bathrooms. Gets the 1 and the 2. And that is the site carved wide open.
You see a pistol god. He's rolling back the years. You love to see it. Now for Bonk, 2 players stand, Safe being one of them. They're biding their time on this spike plant. They're not going quick. They're trying to draw out the players. Artist there, trying to keep tabs on it. Another player, and they've got a good read on where Safe may be, and they're hitting the brakes here. They're seeing if they can get this one for free. They don't want to make any mistakes. And Safe gonna be the first one to cost that mistake. Artist goes down, but it's certainly not game over yet. Oh my word, Safe. That is beautiful. Expecting a player close, no one's there yet. But we need the Cypher to get involved.
Get the fault line through on site. Actually going around the world here for Pit, so they're actually both going to be coming from short. David P lined up, 100% health, ready and waiting to go. And this is surely going to be the G2 round, but Safe has landed 2 belting shots already. He's going to see him first. David will land the shot, takes him down. It wasn't a clean. Switches over to the shorty from range. I'm not convinced by that, but Pit is there for the backup. Does manage to force him down an hour, and now he's got 2 targets facing him. And it will be G2 that will take the pistol that got a lot closer than maybe it should have.
I mean, without Pit getting that double, that probably was Bonks, I feel. You know, that felt like it was going quite well for them. They'd taken the right sort of territory. But as said, when you've got so many good individuals on the G2 side that can deliver those moments, that's the brilliance you get with it. And now on the other side, it's a force in. They're going to do what they can with very little. Full armor, a couple of, you know, ghosts here and there, stingers coming out, the old Bucky too. It ain't pretty, but they've got to try and make it work.
Okay.
Seen Thrifties. We know they can do it. They've forced what they can. Stingers doing the job. Fault line going to force them back, but now, unfortunately, Ziz is kind of stuck in there. Recon bot will come through. Aaron trying to go aggressive here to basically help out Safe, who's stuck in the corner. Safe will get picked off in the end. Executed down, but Yassine comes in. Patitech gets the refrag. That was all down long, but Aaron has managed to get Pat down, and that's a lot of weapons already picked away from them. They kind of forced into this one. They had to. Their tournament is on the line. Ziz down. Bonk with the Bucky onto David P on site, and now it's a 2v2, but a really awkward one as Pitt goes around the back.
Yeah, not easy yet. Kind of split between each other. Pitt needs to bail out his buddy because he's kind of cut out from this, but the spike,
He's running into it, no clue.
Yeah, there it is. Lovely positioning. Now, they have lost track of Bonka, but a 1v2, they can get a nice position on the plant. Yeah, very well done there on the plant too. Going to plant it safely, as they are pretty aware of where that last player may be, or at least, you know, they can hazard a guess. It may not be 100% accurate, but you want to get that safe plant. And they get it for Pitt too, so he can sit happily up in heaven. And you can imagine the cross should be held by Ardis. They're both going to kind of stack up towards Shower. So yeah, this is going to be very tricky for Bonkar, but if he wants it, this is the challenge at hand.
They know exactly where he is. The second he fired the recon bolt across, it gave all the information Pitt needed, and he will take him down. Bonkar trying to pull his team through here, but the rest are just not stacking up, and it's another force, obviously equalizing the money that he had with the Bucky, but it's going to take it to that dangerous 10th round, and running out of time here, Bonk on the defensive side.
It feels like they're running a little low on steam here. These forces will come and bite you on the butt soon enough. You're desperately trying to break the opponents. You know you've had a couple of close rounds. You're doing everything you can to try and stay relevant to the match, because as soon as double digits are against you, you know you're in trouble. But maybe with the right stack, with the right utility, with something working in their favor late game, they could pull something out of the bag here. But for now, G2 poised in the right place, potentially at the right time, and a quick hit to follow. The pressure coming in from Shower could be a big deciding factor, but 4 players here, Lee. This is a lot to come up against.
Pushing on through. Got to try and land something. Bonkar's the man up close. He's trying to hop, skip, and a jump. And they've actually got lamps. They've got around the back side. Sneaking around the back of lamps. Yassine does manage to make it work. And now he can see Aaron comes in. David P, though, quickly responds, and Ziz goes down. Safe tucked in against the wall with a shorty. That's not the ideal range. And the spike actually been left. And David P choosing to go through teleport. Knew he was pincered. He's trying to go around the world here. And it leaves Aaron left all alone, with the spike now in the hands of Mixwell, and the plant almost certainly coming in.
The stinger. It's not the dream, is it? It's not what you hoped for. And around the world they go, yeah, through the TP just to stay safe, and they've actually managed to lock Aaron in towards the lamps. U-Haul. And Aaron knows that, yeah, this is going to be brutal to try and play back in. Any better gun, and maybe there was a good shot at it. Nice damage on Mixwell. Switch up towards the Vandal, but Pitt says a big fat no. And I love seeing Pitt in good form here. He seems to be finding that role really quite well for himself. I'm loving this. Safe pair of hands, and the same you said for Patitech. These two finding some really nice presence. Haven't needed to see, you know, David P popping off or Ardis. It's been the kind of, you know, the men behind the scenes sometimes. Patitech is definitely a highlight player in his moments, but Pitt, you know, it's easy to forget about those kind of roles that he provides, but he's been showing how much of a rock, how much of a safety net he can be for this team in clutch moments. So nice to be seen. And on the other side for Bonk, you now got double digits against you, Lee. This is the hard one now. This is that mental game that becomes very tricky to overcome.
Quick fault line to try and distract, but simple utility doesn't upset anything there, as Mixwell will follow that Aldrune all the way through. The shot not landing, and this being the big rifle round for Bonk, they did not need that. They're going aggressive. They're just pushing on through. G2 quickening up the pace. They've already got site control. They haven't cleared elbow out yet, but they've got 5 men in control of the site, and with that wall going down, the plant will come.
Yeah, this is a pretty quick hit. G2 just want to play for the spike plant and then put the pressure on Bonk on the retake. Already Bonkard to find Patty Tech, though, through the smoke. Bonkard trying to do the best he can to do some damage towards the window room. Hookah, but there's still plenty of players in the way. Ziz a little bit confused as to where they are. It seems this is a little bit of a mayhem-based round.
Can't manage to land the shot, and suddenly it's a triple for G2. And that will shut the round dead in its tracks. Bonka finds Artis, and now suddenly Aaron gets another as well, but they know where they're coming from. Mixwell lines up the shot, but Bonka lands it. And now it's a 1v1 on site. Pitt holding on for the time. He will manage to work it out, and Pitt will get the defuser. Won't get the defuse, rather. Will stop the defuser, sorry. And he's not going to be able to get away with that weapon. Did he just drop it?
Probably doing more on the attacking side.
Yep. Okay.
Probably. Again, they're doing fine. Mixwell showing pretty good form on the rifle, so they'll be all right. Yeah, again, to me, Pitt, clutch master. Love it. Love to see it. Staying cool and calm under pressure. And again, more mounting towards Bonk to try and do something here. And that pacey hit from G2. You know, you can sit there and theorize, okay, we can do this, we can do that, but they throw a full-on sight hit at you. What are you going to do with that? It's really, really hard to theorize about it. Now, G2 looking towards 3 players here for Bonk, though, to try and hold this one back, but I don't know what their money's like. It can't be great at this point.
The flash peak netting nothing for Bonk. You can see they're doing that on B's site. It hasn't worked out for them because David P's sitting deep. Meanwhile, the Hunter's Fury comes flicking through. Bonka finds Pitt. So that cuts the bathroom down. But now Shadow Step goes into the back from the shadows for Pat, and he's done it so many times, gets in those awkward positions and is cut off heaven completely, which means they really only need to worry about lamps, and that's where they're going. Mixwell gets the one. Pat comes around the side. Mixwell doesn't matter. He's done it all for him in the lamps, and that will be the site taken with a spike down and a really awkward 3-man retake here. They haven't got control of heaven, and more importantly, they do have control from showers, though. So Bonkar with a triple. Stepping up here, but Mixwell looking for the ace now. Are they going to give it to him? They know where Bonkar is. He's coming. He's hunting. Artis will take it and just say, let's finish the game. They didn't even get the spike plant down in there. Now they will at the end to get the extra bonus money. It's match point 12-5. It was looking close on the attacking side for Bonk, but they've yet to score a defensive round, and it's just a little too late now.
And if I'm G2, I'm just going to make it hurt on this round, do something dirty to them. Just add insult to injury. These guys are looking like they are poised to once again maintain that record in best of threes. They just don't lose. There is no one that is challenging them as far as we've seen in other regions. These guys are maintaining that supreme look to themselves. But for now, a good approach, a 3-1-1 split, trying to find if there's any of that last-minute aggression from the defensive side. And, well, there is a little bit here, trying to push down B short.
Wants to go with that showstopper, but unfortunately for him, there was no one to be found, and Pat in the end will get the lurk as well. Aaron gets Mixwell down, the Rolling Thunder comes through, but they're trying to force the aggression, but Safe will find one. Flashpoint through, Aftershock does find himself one. It actually cost him probably more than anything. You couldn't see where David P was, sitting in the graphical area, but nothing netted, unfortunately, for Bonkar. With the Hunter's Fury, David P just to rub insult will resurrect Artis, and now they are pushing in on site. Bonkar, the last man, the captain of his team, doing what he can, but it will be G2 that will come out on top, and it's David P that shuts down the round. 13-5. G2 are your